Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom.
Hello everyone and welcome back. If you're new, welcome to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom, and today we're going to talk about the 90-day franchise, 90 Day Season 10, 90 Day Fiancé, and 90 Day Fiancé, the other way Season 5. So hopefully y'all got a chance to watch it. You got a chance to catch it when it came on or you streamed it. And I think that it was pretty decent. I wasn't bored with the episode, not the first one on Sundays or the one on Mondays. I think they were pretty decent episodes. At least we're getting to the punch of what's happening with Gino and Jasmine, right? We finally get to see Anali move in with Clayton, his mama, the guinea pigs, and see why she's in the closet. All right. And we're going to see Rob and Sophie. I guess there's a little something going on in the relationship where Sophie had to move out into her own little rental because she saw something on Rob's phone that made her uncomfortable, but yet she's got secrets too, and so does, right? And then Jasmine has secrets as well. And then we have, Ashley and Manuel. You know what? I've said this before, and I'll probably say it again till the end of their season. There's something about Ashley I don't like, not only because she's bossy and she's pushy, in my opinion, but, if she was apprehensive already with Manuel and they've been seeing each other for a while and she's just like, why does this family keep calling my phone kind of thing? Maybe this isn't the relationship or the man for you, because Manuel actually comes across like he really doesn't give two flying anything about what Ashley has to say. And that was, and also we get to see Devin and Nick. I have some news or something I screenshot about Devin going over to South Korea to meet Nick and his family. And then Nikki and Igor. So Igor's starting to show Nikki around to his friends. And I think next week she's going to meet his family if they get to it. But you know what? That relationship is back and forth too, because in confessional, the things that Igor/Justin is saying, whether he's sitting next to Nikki or saying it on his own, I'm like, is he sure he's comfortable with this type of relationship? Because it's not giving me that. I mean, granted, they're on the show, but maybe he's still trying to figure himself out some. Now, I'm already going to drop the link for you guys because, we're going to try to get this in and out in under an hour. Don't want to keep y'all on this fine Tuesday evening. Okay, let me drop the link and then I'm going to say hello to everyone in the chat and hello to everyone that's on the replay. So let me drop the link. So if you want to join, and before I say hello to everybody, let me re-explain the link. Whether you see it on my channel or if you watch other channels, that if you click the link that I just dropped under Millennial Mom, and you want to be on the panel, you have the option of not showing your face. It'll just show whatever your name is on the screen. Your face will be blank and you just will be able to talk to everyone instead of typing your comments in the chat. Now, let me also say that when you do come on, whether you show your face or not, just please be respectful and know that there's YouTube rules about things you can't say. So just FYI on that if you've never been on the panel before. So let me say hello to everyone in the chat. We have Tamika. Hey, girl. Hey, I see you backstage. Okay. We have Failed Foster Dog Mom. Hello. And hello to Cynthia. Hello there. And hola. Frappes and tea. Hola. Yes. Comment, subscribe. Enjoy the live. And hello to Miss Dolores. Yes. And same thing Tamika said. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and chat with us. Red flags. Oh, frappes and tea. You'll be typing red flags probably the whole show. What'd you say, Tamika? You said Manuel's trying to get to NYC. He's already here. Girl, he's already here. We're going to talk about it. Gerthine McGee. Okay. Hello. Welcome. Haven't seen you around, but welcome. Dolores, you say, I agree with you, Kay, about Ashley. She's very annoying. Exactly. We knew Ashley was going to be annoying. Well, let me speak for myself. I knew she's going to be annoying when she said she was a unicorn and she's the only black girl named Ashley. Like that's an uncommon name. All right. And hello, Miss Sharon. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining. All right. Ma'am, are you ready backstage to come on up? All right, here we go. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hello, hello.
Hey. And yes, Gertie, I know that you're new. Yes. Hello. Welcome. All right. So what you think about the episode? We'll start with the 90 Day first with the Gino and Jasmine. What'd you think about that?
Oh, my cousins from Canton, Gino and Jasmine.
Oh, not your cousins from Canton. You hear that backstage? Are
You know, you live in the area. We cousins somehow. So
Oh, you know what? Hey, Devontae.
bless their heart.
You getting your coins? I see you got your work stuff on. You getting your coins?
I shouldn't be here no more right now. I got to work a little over because I'm the boss. So I got to do what I got to do today. I get off at 8 though, so it's okay.
That's okay. That's all right, boss. You know why, Tamika, I can't subscribe to the cousins? Because you think about like the 90 Day previously with Colty. Can't do it. Can't do it. It's from Vegas.
It's cousins with a K.
Still can't do it. Anyways. All right. We're just going to get started with hello, SG. Hello. Rob and Sophie. So she finally moved out. The tables have turned. So now Rob is like in the dumps. Talk about, I don't know why she won't talk to me. I don't understand what's going on. I guess you do. Yes. You know what's going on. So when the shoe was on the other foot last week with your sister at the non-sponsored Dave and Buster's, right? And you were doing the pouty face and she was trying to talk to you. You didn't want to hear it. So now the roles are reversed, right? So, well, apparently Rob has had some intimacy videos on his phone sent from he don't know who. Rob, you know who, because when you was at the beach, she was already like, oh, so you're still on their website? Remember, he said, oh, I don't know who they are. They just send me videos. You should have blocked it then or deleted it then.
Exactly.
You know who, right?
He know.
What y'all think about that? Everybody.
He know. He entertaining. He watching them. He watching them. I don't get it. And then he was mad when she was talking to people or entertaining people. Now it's like, so you doing the same thing?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I don't blame Sophie. I don't blame Sophie at all. But at the same time, if you have a secret too, right?
Yeah, she got a secret.
How can you get mad? You know what they say? You can't get mad when someone is doing the same thing to you. So I forgot how the saying goes, but you know what I mean? Like they're both doing dirt. And whose is more dirty, I guess? Rob's or Sophie's?
One sin ain't worse than the other sin.
There it is.
Yeah. He just dumb.
He don't have no bathroom in his apartment. That is dumb.
Yeah,
so we already know.
Tell what type dude he gonna be, especially with the fake tears. I just want you. Like, all right, come on, bro. You 30 doing this with a 23-year-old. How dumb you look. You can't even keep her.
Right.
He's like, you 30, you should be able to keep her easy. There, a 23-year-old don't require as much as somebody your age will require. You gonna have to keep dating 23-year-olds because only them will be like, oh well, him having a bathroom is not that bad. Imagine you 30 telling somebody your bathroom outside. You gonna like,
exactly.
You gonna pull up to his tool shed, be like, who live here?
Right. Now
this is the house.
Everyone lives different. I get it. Everyone lives different. However,
that's different.
Very unexpected. I'm just saying, it's very unexpected. Because remember last season with what's her name, Statler and Dempsey, she didn't have no bathroom either. She had to dig a hole, literally. So people live different, right? So, but
in America, we have bathrooms in the house. Even the Amish have bathrooms in their house. And they don't have electricity.
There it is. Now, I know that Sophie's mom, being a mom myself, and Tamika, yes, I know your mother as well. And I'm sure there's other mothers in the chat or watching on replay. Her mother, in my opinion, told her right. First of all, get your stuff and come on home. Like, if he can't be there for you, he can't support you, she didn't care for him before she left anyways, but now that she's there and, her daughter has called her for the second time about something he's done, what is the point of staying? And now Sophie's going back and forth if she wants to give him another chance to do what?
To do what? Right.
That's what I'm trying to get from this. To do what?
Sounds like somebody 23. Slow.
It exactly sounds like somebody 23. You're right.
Just slow.
Fried Face and Tea says, yes, people live differently. They do live differently. They do.
I can hear the sarcasm in that whole text.
Right.
No way.
Dog Mom says they go to the gym to shower. That's why he works out. That's a good one.
And then her mama exposed it. I told y'all he ain't got no job. I told y'all he a dasher. He a dasher.
Yeah.
A door dasher and a grub hubber and a Uber eater and people who pick up the groceries. They got a certain look about them. They just do.
Okay. All right. Let's move to Gino and Jasmine. I thought about you, Tamika, when I saw this. I'm like, oh, they finally have her episode on. They finally got it on. So Gino and Jasmine meet with his family, and she feels like she's got to be dressed covered up, but she's concerned because she doesn't want them to think that she's a gold digger. I mean, Jasmine. They know
if you ain't a gold digger, you're a silver digger. Which one you want to be?
A copper, right? And
right.
They know that Gino's been sending money over to Jasmine this whole time, going back and forth, and they just haven't heard a good rapport because they can also hear Jasmine talking mess to Gino in the background, before. So they want to know, like, if you do come here permanently, you get married, like, what are you going to do for a job? How come you don't want a prenup? All this other stuff when they get together with the family. And Jasmine looked like she was a little bit offended. Now,
she was.
When one of the cousins or brothers, I don't know, one of his family members at the table said that we have a prenup, we didn't have a problem with that. It's not about you having a lot of money. It's about just keeping things that you have, into the marriage. So, I mean, they were telling Gino right, though.
They was.
And guess what, Jasmine, if you're watching? The consensus is you're a gold digger. I'm just saying. And then how you gonna get mad because you have a couple thou wow in your behind from Dan?
Yeah.
So what's the issue?
Sitting over there crying behind the Dick's Sporting Goods. I have no money. I have nothing. Yeah, because it's in your butt. You dummy.
Yeah, exactly.
You spent your money wrong. Now you ain't got no way back. Talk about send me back. No, you find a way back.
He was like, I'm gonna get you an Uber.
But the cousins was doing Gino wrong though. Dang, they was just terrible. Well, that thing where the girl was like, "You look dusty," and on the scared straight. That's how they did Gino. Well, he ain't got no money. He ain't the best looking guy. So what else she with him for? I said, "Dang, that's the family."
Well, that's being honest. That's being honest.
That's your family. Yeah.
That ain't being. Why you gonna call your cousin ugly? Even if your cousin ugly, I ain't gonna call him ugly on TV. I'll be like,
I wouldn't do that on TV.
I'll be like, I don't think he can pull her on a regular day. Not that he can't get lucky one day, but
let me go back in the comments. Frappes and T said, if Jasmine had the money and assets Gino has, she would want a prenup too. Plus, her family would make sure he signs it or there wouldn't be a marriage. Says, why cover them? We have enough drama with Nikki and Igor. We're about to get off of them because they're not my favorite to cover, Phil Foster Dog Mom. SG says she's allergic to her butt implants. Dolores says Jasmine manipulates Gino to the utmost. And he knows it though. I think he must like it because he knows what's happening. Gino's not dumb. He likes to argue back, and then I guess they like to make up. So whatever. Well, when they got to the end of the family meeting and all that stuff, and Jasmine saying that she can, contribute because she'll be bilingual. I'm like, that's true. She is bilingual, so she can contribute along the way. But how is it that she just happened to find that lip gloss? I mean, what was she looking for in the first place, right?
She said her cell phone dropped.
Her cell phone dropped, and she found some lip gloss.
Right. What is this?
Right.
What is this? He's like, I don't know. Could have been a coworker or somebody. And I sat there. I literally said when I saw that scene, I said, now, Jasmine.
I'm like, you said too much, Gino.
Not just that. No, I said, if he didn't change his sheets for 6 years, no telling what's in his car. We saw his house. That's exactly what I said watching the episode. I'm like, girl, please, that could be anybody for real. So now she's gonna break down, screaming, crying, and carrying on, talking about she want to get out the car. When Gino said, I'll drop you off, I hollered when he said that. I said, well, drop her off, Gino. Drop her off.
But she wasn't even shedding no tears. She just on the door. And all I could do, I was like, is her lips expanding the more she cried? Like, why are they so big?
I know.
You is wrong.
She just didn't make no sense.
She did. Go ahead and take it to me to wrap them up. Go ahead. What Jasmine said?
No, she would.
Jasmine.
I just want to go home and like bye.
Yeah.
Let me get you a ticket. One way.
Like, you're a cheater. You're a cheater. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That's not cheating. That's not
That
cheating.
was hilarious.
I don't know whose that is. I'm like, bro, Gino. First of all, he should have brake checked her. She doing all that screaming over there, right on the highway.
That would have been another argument. Anyway.
Right.
And then she got out and dropped her phone. Ma'am, you don't know where you at. First of all, you got the skirt on in Detroit. It's cold. It looked cold. We got similar weather. I know you was freezing. Your pride was killing you. You better get back in that Ford.
Okay, and get warm.
Right.
All right, because ain't nobody in Detroit about to save you. They're going to be like, who this guy? Why is she going behind the Walmart?
Right. Laura says, Jasmine, all that crying. She don't want to go home broke. No, she don't. SG said would have driven her straight to the airport. Gino's not.
Why did he give her $5,000 for a wedding dress in Panama? It ain't no what she trying to wear.
First, it was $4,000.
Yeah, she could have got one of David's bridal for $2.
She could have got the David's bridal for $500. What you mean? Because she knows she can manipulate Gino.
Right.
And she said she wanted a simple ceremony. Why you need a extravagant wedding dress for you and him?
She probably gonna dress the dog because she said only the dog was invited.
Yeah, I heard that.
You think
the dog
Gino
gonna be
gonna have y'all think he gonna have a wedding hat?
Yeah. You know that already.
Like, this is my engagement hat. No, I can put on my wedding hat.
Yes, exactly.
When we get married, I'm gonna have my husband cap.
Stop it. Stop it.
I didn't think about that for sure. All right, let's move to let's move to Devin and Nick. Before I put them up, I found something with them. Let me see if I downloaded it. Did I download it? Did I download it? Oh, here we go. You'll have to read. This is Devin and Nick. Okay, so remember we were saying, like, what is wrong with Devin? Why is she talking like that? Why is she acting like she don't know where she is? Did you see any articles, Tamika? I see you shaking your head kind of like maybe you know.
No, I didn't see anything.
Okay. In Touch Weekly, I see the stuff online too. It says that she has TMJ, because I was wondering with her jaws sitting so tight. Because she talks like this. So with TMJ, when you have your jaws, you know, you can't necessarily open your mouth wide. So she has an issue with the jaw to the ear line. And then on top of that, it's alleged, well, she said, I'll say alleged, that she had to binge drink to get through filming the scenes. I said, there we go. Now here's some other things with Miss Devin. And we don't remember who she is.
Binge drink what? Alcohol?
Yes, that's Devin. So here we go. This is what I found. Let's take a look at this real quick. It says, I would like to clear up some semi-disappointing comments I've seen regarding myself on last night's episode. I'm not slow or delayed. I've always been someone who speaks very relaxed with a deeper voice. But due to the circumstances that these interviews were taken, it's exasperated. We had to film these in the middle of the night after I got off from my full-time job. I remember being so tired that I was scared driving home. And then the other part I didn't download was about the binge drinking to get through the scenes. So she said she binge drank and she put on weight to get through filming. I'm like, you had to do all this to film. You just didn't have to sign up for the show.
You signed up for this.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's why she comes across how she's coming across. You know, I didn't think slow or delayed. I was just like, there's something wrong. You know, now we know. So
now she's gonna blame the show that she's an alcoholic.
Right.
Allegedly.
He made it seem like his parents was gonna be monsters. I thought it was gonna be weird. It was gonna be, you know, they gonna bow. Ain't gonna be no high five. Mama, hey, come here. I was like, oh, you got you a regular mom. Why you acting like this was about to be bad?
Well, here's the thing. I think that maybe some kids or young adults think that, because you grew up with mom or mom and dad or dad or whoever, that, you're always harder on your own children, what I'm saying, versus someone else, what I'm saying? You'd be like, oh, hey, whatever, like, oh, you're not like that with me because, you're mine, right? So maybe in their type of culture, which I've heard that culture, the Japanese culture, they're more strict on their children to succeed. Maybe that's what he meant. Because when he told Devin, I don't want you to cry around my parents because, maybe, or especially his mother, she'll think like you're weak and not for me. And so when Devin started crying, did you see the look on his face? He looked at her like, are you crying? I was like, Devin, don't cry. Because I really thought mom was going to go off, but she didn't.
No, she didn't.
She didn't. The only person that gave Devin like the look was his sister. Like, she was like, looking around, but I don't think she had anything to worry about. And they welcomed her. They even did hey, welcome to the family. I'm like, okay.
Why did you start crying if they were just asking simple stuff? But the only thing I don't like with people when you can't understand the language is when people say something and then you say, what do they say? They can tell you anything because when he told her what she said, it was literally half of what she said.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't know. Maybe she don't speak the language. She should have out her translator app so she'd be able to communicate with them. I thought she would have done, what I'm saying, but she didn't do that. But I'm just glad that they got support that she needed. I'm just curious to know, like we talk about every week, will he want to come and stay to, where's she from? Arkansas or?
Arkansas. Seriously.
There you go. So that's the issue.
And he was kind of mean to his mom and them. That was messed up. When they was leaving, she's like, oh, you want me to walk up? Nah, mom, we got it. I'm like, dang. That's your mama. Like, what they do to you?
He has a little bit of attitude anyways, just based off his nickname for her and just how he talks, his demeanor. He doesn't come across as friendly.
All I know is when if they have a baby, that baby.
Because his dad was like, oh, she's so skinny.
Yeah. So clearly they have something with that. All right. So let's go to Ashley and Manuel. You know what, Ashley? It's getting harder for me to watch Ashley. It's almost like watching Danielle and Yohan, who we'll get to shortly. Okay. Because Ashley, first of all, he just got there, like 2 episodes ago? So this would be like time a week. And you're already at couples counseling because his family is calling your phone and she's like, why over and over and over? And I'm like, why is this such a big deal? Because if he don't have no phone and he's having conversations with you sitting next to him on the phone, why is it that a big deal right now? And if you feel like Ashley, if he's like not telling you the truth and he's got a side family, again, you right here, you filming the show, right? And then her friends are and also what got me before I ask y'all comments, what got me too, when she took Manuel and her to the dinner or the meetup with the friends, because even producers asked before, like, oh, just an hour ago, y'all were at each other's throat. She's like, oh, it just took some like little intimacy to get through. I'm like, girl, you can't live your life just on that. So when they did meet the friends already knew about Manuel already. You know what I'm saying? Like, not the not so good side. Like, oh yeah, we already know he's controlling and manipulative. So what's the point of meeting your friends then if they already have this idea about who your man is that you want to marry? So what y'all think about Ashley in this whole situation and the friends, the counseling, and using intimacy as like, oh, we'll be okay? What y'all think?
Yeah, that intimacy, it's gonna fizzle out real quick. And when I say he's trying to get to New York City, is because isn't that where all his family is? That's in the States. He trying to get there, or New York or New Jersey. He probably trying to get there and be hidden because he said he wasn't going back. So he's not going back whether he gonna be with you or not. So that's what she has to think of. And yeah, I'm like, y'all already in couples counseling. Y'all, you're not gonna make it, sis.
No, you're not gonna make it to me. Yeah,
I just think she acts like too much like a mom. Like she
Yeah.
gonna get on your nerves. She's a nag. You a nag. Oh, you need to do this. Like, first of all, you can't really tell him nothing. You ain't really got your life together. You got curtains for doors. You ain't that far. You ain't that far above. And then when y'all went to counseling, if you speak Spanish, why are you talking in English? Talking Spanish so he can understand what you're saying. And the therapist don't gotta. Why she gotta tell him what you saying if you speak clear Spanish? You ain't a beginner.
Right.
Always wanted that too. Someone who's fluent in the language. Like, why do you have a translator? Like the Danielle and Yohan. You know exactly what they're saying. So it's a big deal with that. So hold on, y'all.
She the biggest fake victim on the show.
Exactly.
All right, that's Millennial walking by. Okay.
Hey, Millennial, Niecy Poo.
How you doing?
Wait a minute. Okay, so Frappes and T said Manuel had a big smile when he met the couple therapist, the therapist that they went to. I was like, well, maybe the therapist ain't really his cup of tea. But I don't care for this relationship at all. I don't. She's, would you say, Devontae naggy? I think she's pushy. She's bossy. She wants everything her way. And he's not into what she practices. So how does she think things are going to go far? I'm just curious.
Yeah, they too opposite. It don't make no sense.
Right. I agree. All right. So let's move to Clayton and Anali. So Anali has arrived from Peru. And I'm wondering, and I typed this out. I didn't have to because I know it's on my mind. Did they have enough time to fumigate that apartment? Because they're going to need a little bit more than Febreze, if you ask me. Because they
Did they take a shower?
They got too many animals in that house. I'll get to it. That, you know, and mom being a hoarder and holding on to those breakfast crackers for 2 years, no telling what else is in there that's causing a smell. I'm not saying because you have animals, your house smells. I'm just saying because of mama's hoarding tendencies, like whatever she has in boxes, she don't realize is in there. You can't just like, oh, we need to open the windows. Nah, you need to like deep clean. So, did they do that? I don't think so. I don't think that they
didn't.
Did.
They didn't.
When Anali made it to, you know, the house and everything after the airport, she said the same thing I would have said, except for I would have been like, can you get us a hotel room? She was like, so the guinea pigs have their own space, the dog have their own space, the mom lives in the closet, there's no table, there's no chair. Exactly. Where's your stuff? How you bring
I don't get it.
Nothing. That's not even, that's beyond a bachelor pad. That's a, I don't know.
Hoarder pad. It didn't make no sense. I was like, why is this? You got a computer gaming desk. So what is this wooden desk doing in here?
Exactly. And so I guess in the evening time, I guess Clayton thought that he was going to go have a time last night.
Get it in.
She pulled that panda out.
Exactly. She's like, nope. And no, Tamika, he didn't get in the shower. He gave her the same t-shirt he had on with their little face on it, Tia Moa. And that was it. So I was like, Clayton.
She not gonna wash none of that. Never mind.
Exactly. I'm like, you come across like your mama child now. You come across like your mama child. So I don't know. I don't think that's gonna last. I really don't.
Yeah, and it's just like he already said it. Going walking in the door. I'm not gonna put my mama out. So if this gonna be your wife, your mama. First of all, your mama can't keep living in the closet, bro. Why she can't sit on the couch? Put them dang on gerbils or them what them things is guinea pigs in the closet. Just leave the door open. They need to go in the closet. There's too much going on. First of all, how do you got all them animals in that little two bedroom or 1 bedroom apartment? And I know it stinks. Even if you take care of them animals, them guinea pigs sitting hay.
That's what I'm saying.
And they don't do nothing but poop all day. I know it stinks. And his mama live in the closet. They stink.
That's what I'm saying.
I know they do.
Communicate that like that. You can't do it. So Sharon says, get rid of those animals. I agree. Well, I don't think she's gonna be there long anyways, and it sounds like she's not there for the right reasons. All right, so let's move to Nikki and Igor / Justin. So hey, I guess they had some physical connection the night before. They woke up together. Except maybe Nikki wasn't satisfied.
I'm not saying nothing because I'm going to get banned. So
she wasn't satisfied. I guess he doesn't do everything. She said, I'm taking all these hormones and I'm RTG. I'm ready to go. I said, okay.
I'm not saying nothing. Nope.
Let us know how you really feel. So
yeah.
I did think it was okay that she finally got to meet some of his friends.
Yeah.
That was cool. What she talked about with her friends, though, I mean, with his friends, you know, what she had to do to survive.
I couldn't believe it. And then when she walked away with the lady, with the girl, and then she was telling her about, you know, what he ain't doing, and then his friend was like, does she have a penis? I was like, I can't believe he asked him that.
I mean, he asked what the whole table probably want to know. I'm telling you, as soon as they all walk away, because I guarantee they was probably the first to leave. Then, oh, we got to go, guys. They was all like, yeah, we need another round of shots because we're gonna talk about this.
I mean, they wanted to know, and you know, when they said that this is the first time they met one of his girlfriends because he's so close, literally closed off and quiet. I'm thinking, well. He's trying to figure out who he is. That's probably why. You know what I'm saying? It may not be the first time, or maybe girlfriends were someone else, you know.
Right.
So that's what I was thinking. But when Nikki, excuse me, and the friend, his female friend, went off to the bar and that extra conversation there, I was like, is there any tact here? Is there any tact, Nikki? Because we don't need to know, like, what you looking for down south or anywhere else, you know what I'm saying? So you need to take that up with Igor / Justin. But I will say this though, in confessional, when they were sitting together, Igor was trying to tell her how he felt, and Nikki was like, really? Okay, so I think that she intimidates Igor. But when he was sitting by himself in confessional, I wrote that he said that it's hard sometimes to remember she's trans because she act like the man part, you know? That's the quote. I said, that's what it is.
She do. She has that masculine energy. Even though she's a female, she has that masculine energy. And it's like, you know, that's why he'd be like, don't break me. Like, man.
Exactly. Dolores says when they first met, they had intimacy. Why is Justin so against it now? Because he didn't know that he found out in a fight. So maybe they only had intimacy one way. You think about it now. And that was it. Like, you know, don't touch me kind of. What was that movie called? Oh my gosh, long time ago. Come on, Tamika, help me out. You know what I'm talking about? He dressed up like a geisha girl. I can't think of it. But anyways, that was somewhat trans back in the day. Oh, I can't think of it.
You talking about what, Wesley Snipes?
It wasn't Wesley Snipes, it was the other black actor that don't act with the droopy eye.
Arsenio?
No, Wesley Snipes. That was Tu Wong Fu.
No.
Oh.
No.
What was it? Old or?
Yes, old, like late 80s, early 90s. But anyways, it was like that. He dressed up as a geisha and he was trans and nobody knew. So, you know, they can only have intimacy one way till he found his one love. And then they found out and then everything was okay.
But I think that when she told him that she had already had the surgery.
I don't know, because the way they make it seem like she told him during the fight, they broke up. He went back to Moldova.
Okay.
She said, because remember sitting around with a friend, she said, I didn't look like this 15 years ago. I didn't sound like this. And I didn't have all of this. So apparently she was more masculine then than she is now.
So that means he knew back in the day. Because
Yeah.
ain't no way. Back in the day, if she had to do all this to look like this, if 15 years ago she had half of that, ain't no way. What you
Yeah,
thought
she
she
look worse
was?
now.
Right.
Cause
Yeah.
You
yeah, she
talking
need to
about,
be on
oh, I
box.
thought, yeah. Them legs is, she looked like
Them
a Sims
hands.
character.
I'm trying to look it up
Oh, yeah.
without
She just,
the crying game. The crying game.
oh, yeah. I would never
Oh,
forget that
okay.
movie.
Yeah, that's the name of the movie. Okay. All right. So that's it for this that episode. So next week, Devin and Nick go sightseeing around South Korea and he reproposes. Ashley and Manuel continue their accounting session. It doesn't go well. He talked about, I know how to get back home. She goes, how? He goes, it's that way. I'm thinking, yeah, to his family house. And then Nikki and Igor go shopping for a new outfit to meet his parents. I'm like, ooh, he gonna meet the parents. She gonna meet the parents. And then Clayton and Anali meet his friends, and it comes up with how come your family doesn't know you're in America. So, but here's the thing: Clayton knew this before she came, so he, is unsure about her too. But he just feels this is the love of his life. And then Gino and Jasmine still arguing. So, sir, do you have to get off the line? You can go anytime. I know it's almost 8 your time.
Oh, no. Once 8 o'clock, I'm going to drop. Then I'm getting my car. I'm going to come back.
Okay. All right. All right. It's up to you. It's up to you. I appreciate you being here. So, all right.
Yeah,
so,
no problem.
Let's jump to 90 Day the Other Way, season 5, episode 19, with Brandon and Mary, Kim and TJ, Shekina and Sarper, Danielle and Yohan. So let's just start with Danielle and Yohan, get them out
the way.
First of all, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Danielle. Merry Christmas, Yohan. I thought that Danielle said that it was Yohan's idea to get all these gifts to give out to the kids in the neighborhood, the less fortunate, that they put something online so that people in the States can contribute to what they were doing. So why all of a sudden she got to get 40 more packages from the post office, but yet she got to pay the charge? If it's donations, shouldn't it already be paid and also shipped? How's that backwards? How does that work?
Don't work at all.
Y'all a gift and like you got to pay for the postage and the money they spent on the gift. That don't add up, right?
Not at all. Not at all.
So now Danielle is upset with Yohan, talking about, well, I got to put the money down, so you're going to help me out with the January rent. I said, what?
No, I'm not helping you with anything.
Yeah, Yohan said no. She's like, what do you mean? We have rent to pay in January. I got to get these gifts and pay this money. She was like, where your money going? He's like, what do you mean? I got debts to pay. I'm like, y'all just had another counseling session. This time it was with a life coach, so make you feel better that you was going to see a counselor. And did nothing happen? Like y'all didn't set aside the money for these gifts that you're actually paying and not put money aside for your bills and for your rent? Like, somebody make this make sense to me, because I was like, yes, Devontae, I know you fast forward, but I'm just saying, it's like, what is happening here? And then she gets mad, she starts crying and all this extra stuff because Yohan don't have the cash. He said, where's my papers? If somebody want to come to New York, is Yohan. Okay, not Manuel. Yohan been trying to come to New York for a good 3 years now.
3-4 years since before the pandemic.
Right? So, and she's still upset and mad, talking about, oh, so you want a kept wife? You want to do this? I'm like, Danielle, just be honest. Just be honest. If you're not taking him over, like you said, with the life coach to New York, you want to stay in Dominican for a little while, then do that. You know what I'm saying? Stop leading him on, because apparently Yohan feels that there's something else going on that we're not seeing on camera. Like, what am
Exactly. Yeah, I'm just break up and keep it going already, because how he treated, I mean, I ain't gonna say she deserved it, but how he talked to her and how he treated her was just was wrong. I was like, oh, I can't use the words I used at work, but I was just like, yeah, you are, you one of them.
Yeah, but she knew this going in, though. She already
knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she deserved it almost, but I just hate to say she deserved it.
Yeah, she switched the plan up. Because from what
Yeah.
I read before, that the plan was she promised that she was gonna marry him and they was gonna go to America. Then
Oh,
she
thank you,
flipped the
Gertine.
script.
Hold on. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, go ahead, Devontae. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying that she flipped the script and basically said like, "Oh, we gonna stay here and we just gonna live a dream."
She
And he
flipped the
like,
script. I mean, you still should
"Yeah."
talk to your partner in a certain way, anyways.
I mean, yeah, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, but Danielle flipped the script, right? She definitely did. And I just want to know why Danielle every scene acts so oblivious as to the reasons why. That's my
Right.
why. But Phil Foster Dog Mom said, I would personally help Yohan out of that apartment. He is so entitled. His mom took care of him. Now he wants Danielle to do the same. Who lives rent free but children? There it is.
They don't even live rent free.
Right.
I
They
mean,
do
his
some chores
friends
around
live
the house.
his friends live rent free. That's why he trying to be like them. That's
Right.
probably all why he did it. He probably was like, oh yeah, man, I got an American. Yeah, she paid for everything. I ain't gotta do nothing. He probably was like, oh, I'm about to get me one. And
That's what
then
Dolores said.
she
Excuse me,
started
Devontae.
talking about splitting the bills.
Excuse me, Devontae. It says Dolores says Yohan expects Danielle to pay for everything Danielle knows and accepts this. Exactly. I want to know, when did Danielle not? I think maybe the year up, because she told him 1 year. I think her time is coming up and Yohan is starting to push the agenda more. Because he was fine in the beginning when she first said what she was going to do, when they had the meat market and everything like that. Once that meat market closed, and it just seems like that's when things started to tumble backwards, in my opinion. So, Frappe and T said, Yohan talked to her like Sarper talks to whatever her name is. Shekina.
Yeah.
Oh, Shekina.
Yes, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you. The Gerthlene says, do you guys think Jasmine and Gino might be scripted? Sometimes, yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Look at he got a sleeping hat. I keep trying to tell y'all.
No, I think the sleeping hat is real, but I'm talking about the arguments. I think sometimes they're set up because, I mean, there's no way the regular person, I mean, come on now. You snotting and crying and getting out the car over some lip gloss.
Right. She should have tried to open it. It was probably old and dusty.
Probably dried up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. Phil Foster Dog Mom says that Danielle had a plan to avoid IRS. Okay. Yes. But Yohan's plan was for a sanky panky. She was too delusional to believe it.
Not a sanky panky.
I know, not a sanky panky. I like that. I have to remember that one. So, all right. Well, they're out the way. Yohan said he's tired of her crap. He never said crap before. He just said he's tired. Yeah. Maybe he's tired for real. Because I think next week is when we're gonna find out if he's really got put out or not. I think it's gonna come to head with that. I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't left already.
Yeah.
And speaking of pushy, Danielle is pushy too, just like Ashley.
Yeah.
Just the same pushy. So, okay. So let's jump up to Brandon and Mary. We'll start with them. So Mary and Brandon have got into yet another fight. Now, before I continue, did y'all ever find out about Midnight from last week? Was Midnight the baby?
I never found out. No. Did I send you that one link about the argument? Did you see that?
I mean, they've had several, but I saw that one on.
No. I'm gonna have to find it and send it to you. It was another one. She had went live and in tears because I guess they had an argument, and he allegedly, and this is a big allegedly, may have touched her.
DV?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna find it and send it to you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I seen that when he was yelling in the background that he was that he made a mistake or whatever.
Yeah. She was in the corner.
Look at him.
Crying.
Look at him. He looked like he got anger issues.
Yeah.
He looked like he might snap.
No, he don't look like he has anger issues. He admitted that he did based off of his childhood and his mother. You know,
she ain't nothing but that little. She doing all that on the phone. That's different in person. Because in person, he can finally snap back like, who you talking to?
Okay, exactly.
And then, and there was pictures. I'm gonna
Yes.
find them.
Right.
There was pictures
Okay.
Like, what you gonna
of
do? Tell
Boosie.
your grandpa I can push him over. You gonna have to go get that yak to fight me.
It's 8 o'clock. You off the clock?
I know. I'm waiting on my relief.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, anyways, Mary is in the church. She's upset, saying they had the umpteenth fight with Brandon. Now, before I tell you what she said, I know y'all watched it, but the recap, I typed on here, I said, now, didn't Lolo just tell y'all are embarrassing us around the neighbors? The neighbors is talking about us. You know what I'm saying? Get it together. You're already pregnant. So, get married or move on, or he need to go back home. Lolo just told you this.
Just
Did
told.
he not? Just told
Yeah.
you. And you back sitting in the church, trying to contemplate your life, trying to see if you really want to be with Brandon and go forward with the wedding, pregnant and everything. Mary said that they got upset, started an argument because Brandon, again, doesn't help her. He's playing that PS5 all the time. And they have debts to pay, so she's trying to figure out. She said that he don't know how it is to buy chips or something. I said, not you arguing about some little chips for the lunchbox, not no little bags of chips. I said, come on,
Right.
I thought y'all was selling phones. Which one is it? Is it the chips or is it the phones? Well, either way, they got upset. I also typed on here about not just about Lolo and saying that they were being embarrassed by the neighbors from all the fighting, but also too culturally, Mary's family, and I'm sure the community, and just living in certain parts of the world, that's what they do. They're used to working. I'm not saying Brandon isn't used to working, used to bartering, used to doing different little things to have a little bit extra in life. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not the American way over there, right? Versus Brandon, who's from America, who doesn't have to do all that. It's not used to that. You know what I'm saying? So he's not used to having to make ends meet the way that Mary is used to it. And I think that's also part of the issue. What do y'all think about that?
No, I agree. And he's almost like a bully, but it's learned behavior because of his childhood and his upbringing. And so he's going to project that on because that's all he knows.
Right.
His mom is in his life now and she's trying to make amends for what she's done, but the damage is already done. He's 20 some years old now. So you can't go back and rewrite history and change it. He's doing what he knows. And so when the mom said, oh yeah, when he was younger, I had a problem with him playing video games too. So I'm going to talk to him about that. He did that as a kid. He's still doing that as an adult because he still has that mentality.
Right. Phil Foster Dog Mom says, tired of them too young and immature. Possible lawsuit for TLC if they were smart enough to do it. What lawsuit for under what pretenses? Phil Foster Dog Mom. You also say that TLC had no business accepting an application to be on the show. I mean, TLC is honestly,
they're over 21, so they're adults and they can go into a legally binding contract.
That's true. And on top of that, their story was interesting, especially in the beginning. I'm not saying all this fighting, extra stuff on the back end. That's not interesting. That's like, okay, they need to get individual therapy and couples care therapy at the same time. But just, in the beginning where they're always on the phone and watching each other sleep and all this other stuff, that's what made it like, what? But I think Brenda's mother gave some good advice to Mary. And I'm glad that Mary actually sat there to listen to the advice. Because we know how Mary has been along the way with, being a bit of a smart mouth, and just thinking things were just going to revolve around her. But Brenda's mom told her, like in the beginning, I didn't care for the relationship that you had with Brandon. She goes, now that I'm here, I can see things are different. And I understand completely what she's saying. And Brenda's mother also seemed like she's turned her life around too. So the advice really comes from a good place because she said things that I would say. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what I think about them. I don't know. I know that they're going to get married because it's going to come up on the next episode, and we know that Brenda's mom unintentionally leaked the baby in the marriage beforehand. But they just, their problems aren't going away overnight, even with the stuff that I've seen or maybe you've seen. before, stuff isn't going away overnight. You know, they have too many issues going on. Phil Foster Dog Mom says TLC exploiting their dysfunction. Yeah, no way that they are.
Half these cast members are dysfunctional.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are though.
All right, so let's move to Kim and TJ. So Kim and TJ have been married for a few days. And before I get into Kim and TJ, like I said, some of these things I see in advance are like from online, whether it be People's Magazine. They always have like a snippet of what happened on the shows, In Touch Weekly, or even their IGs that, you know, some have allowed me to follow. Now, I will say old school Jenny and Sumit, they follow Millennial Mom on Instagram. So I've seen some things that have been leaked that TJ and Kim have been talking trash to Jenny and Sumit.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I made a comment on Jenny and Sumit's IG about, you know, don't listen to them. Your storyline seems more of a fairy tale than Kim and TJ's, because it does. Because sorry, Kim and TJ's storyline, especially from Kim's perspective, doesn't seem like it's real. It just seems like Kim just wants to be married. I'm not saying TJ's not her fairy tale, but it's not giving romance to me at all. Well, anyways, so they've been married for a few days. Kim says it's been going smoothly. TJ is telling Kim, hey, guess what? Now it's time to learn how the house is going to run. So we need a meeting with my mom. And I guess Yash is sitting there too. And I was laughing at Yash listening to TJ and TJ's their mother talk to Kim, and he was kind of looking at her like, what you gonna do now? That's what I was getting from her, like, yeah, you win this now, what you gonna do? Kind of like, right. Did you get that, Tamika, from
Yash? Yeah.
So
yeah, you're here now, so
right. So now what?
Prove it.
So, TJ's mom is telling Kim the house rules, getting up early at 6 a.m. and not leaving dishes in the sink. Well, shoot, I do that every day. When I'm at work, right? Get up early and wash the dishes when I come home. So I guess that's normal. But what's different for Kim is the fact that, one, you have to pray and do offerings in the kitchen once you go in and once you make the meal. But the cleansing with the cow dung.
Ain't no way.
You saw me? That's what Kim. Now, again, that's not my culture. So I don't have to do that. So I can imagine how, and this is the only thing I'm giving for Kim. I can imagine how that would be like very shocking for her senses. I can imagine that. So what's that face?
Did you see Jenny and Sumit on Pillow Talk?
I haven't watched Pillow Talk yet. I'll watch it in a little bit here.
Okay, so I won't say, but yeah, there's no way. Who bringing cow manure in my home, in my kitchen?
But if that's but
then they say cow patty, and they say what, the cow is like a god. It's got to be God with the little G, and it's GAWD, because that's not no God that really. So well, if that's God and y'all eating it, do they eat cows?
They don't eat cows. No. But
no,
you know what?
I cannot.
I mean, she's going to have to go through this. And you can't tell me that Kim hasn't been in the house before where TJ's mom cooked and there was a smell or scent or they were burning the cow patty. I'm sure she
probably didn't even know what it was.
There you go. Probably not. But what got me, though, was exactly Phil Foster Dog Mom. Then I'll pop up your comment. What got me, and again, I'm not downing the culture because this is what they do. Well, maybe not all, but this is what TJ's family does. Okay. When they did the cow urine and then the mom wiped the counter and then started to clean other things with the same towel, I'm like, see, now that's where I would have crossed the line. I personally wouldn't say anything about the cow dung smell because that's what they do. But the wiping, yeah, I would have had to say something with that. So I understand, Kim. But Phil Foster Dog Mom says, wipe cow poo and then wipe my plate with the same towel. Nasty. Why was Yaz in the kitchen? Is he a woman? I thought only women were allowed to. Good point.
That is true, yeah.
Good point. That is nasty. And then, you know, it also goes to like, no, I'm not going to say that. Yes, I will. Maybe restaurants or different little things like that. Things are different places. You have to be careful in any restaurant.
That is true.
So Sharon says, Kimberly's supposed to be smart. She should have researched the culture before marrying. Exactly. And then she
Yes.
says to TJ, oh, well, how come you didn't tell me? It's almost like you lied or you misled to me. And I'm like, yes, TJ should have told you, but at the same time, do your research, right? That's what I'm down to.
So word to the wise. Do not eat at Indian restaurants.
I mean, I'm not going to say that.
Or do I ask them, like, do y'all got cow poo back there? Before y'all make my never mind.
No, I don't. No. So anyway, she says in confessional, she's being a little bit snippy with her comment. She said, oh, but it can smell like a petting zoo, but you don't like garlic and onions. I mean, Kim,
yeah.
I mean, she has a small point, but you can't take her tat if that's what they believe in. That's all I'm going to say with her. All right, so let's move to I think this is the last one, right? Shekina and Sarper.
Mm-hmm.
So Sarper is pulling out all the big guns, right? He's taking Shekina to meet his friends. The day before we saw Sarper meet with his family, he took her, or the mother and father came over to meet Shekina. I'm like, okay, all right. So he's being serious with her. He wants a relationship with her, and he wants that baby. Here's my problem with Sarper. You have a son. So your bloodline is still carried on regardless if you know him or not. Now, you may not know your last name, but your bloodline is still out there. And why are you so pushy with Shekina? Why are you so pushy? And even though he says like, oh, my words, my English is bad, I don't know what I'm saying. How many times do you say that for me to believe that you don't know that you're calling me out of my name or just being rude and disrespectful? What you think, Tamika, before I read some comments?
Well, excuse me, when they got together, he basically told her what she wanted to hear to be part of the 2,500. So now that she's around, now he's like, oh, dang, I guess I do need a child. He wanted a child all along, but he just told her that it was pillow talk. Oh, you don't want no kids? Oh, yeah, I don't want no kids either.
Right.
Yeah. Now you wanted the 2,500, and now she's stuck around, and now he's like, oh, I want kids. And she like, no. Because how old is she?
40. I think it's on their picture.
Is she in her 40s?
40s, yes. Let me see.
Yeah. So it's going to be hard for her. And that's a toll on her body. But then when the daddy said, oh, that's what she's supposed to do, I'm like, oh, okay, here we go.
That was my next thing. He said, that's what she's supposed to do. I said, oh, my goodness.
Oh, okay.
They're both in their 40s. I took their picture.
Yeah. But he wasn't supposed to sleep with 2,500 women. So,
double standard there.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, though. He did take her. Sarper took Shekina to maybe change her mind to a Turkish bathhouse. Let me say it looked very nice. It was really
nice.
Very relaxing in there.
Yeah.
But then that's when things took a turn for the worst again. He has in my opinion, an issue with raising his voice. You know what I'm saying? Already coming in at 100. Nobody wants that energy. Oh, so you don't want. Okay, I'm already not listening to that, right? She said she didn't want to have a baby. He said, well, I wanted you out of all the 2,500 women. I'm thinking that is not a flex. That is not a prize.
No.
I don't even understand why he feels Shekina should feel special with that. Because even Shekina checked him. She's like, you know what? Don't tell me about your gross numbers. I'm like, girl, how could you even be with somebody who was just out there like that?
Yeah.
That's just me. So bottom line is Shekina said either he wants a baby with her. Either he wants a baby or he wants to be in this relationship. I said, girl, I hope you mean that.
He has a problem with the word no.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You can't tell him no.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, he's like, either you gonna give me one or I'll get somebody else to.
Well,
Just that simple.
How does he know out of 20? What are the odds? Out of 2,500, you only have one. The odds are so slim with that. No telling how many he has. Because again, I'm sure every time wasn't unprotected. That's the bottom line.
I'm sure.
So Cynthia says, how much weight will he allow her to gain if she gets pregnant? None. She
Right.
him. Phil Foster Dog Mom says, Sarper should know Shekina doesn't want a kid. She doesn't raise her own child. Boarding school does the raising. Exactly. She even touched on, when she had her daughter, she said that, she was left with her all alone for a while. She did most of the raising of the baby. And then Sarper said, oh, well, I'll never leave you. She goes, I heard that before. I did kind of heard that because a lot of us has heard that before, like, I'll never leave you. And, we've moved on to other relationships.
Right.
So, right. Yeah. So I hope she means that stands her ground. And if that's the case, he was like, well, go back home, go back to America then. Well, then I guess I need to go home and pack. You don't got to tell me but once.
She was like, I'm unsubscribing. Yes. That was hilarious.
Yes. Dolores says Sarper is narcissistic. Very narcissistic. Very. Yes. It's too much to watch, honestly. And he's very active on Instagram too, commenting on Jasmine and Gino all the time. All right. You know who else is too? Statler from the last season as well. Always. Okay, so that was the end of the episode. Next time we're gonna see Kenny and Armando. They're back at the circus clinic to give a sample. I said, okay.
I'll fast forward through them.
Right. We're gonna breeze past them next week because it is what it is. Brandon and Mary get married, and turns out there's a infestation of crickets or something that came in the wedding. I said, if that is not almost biblical, like maybe
I'm gonna say, was that in the Bible with the locusts? Was it the locusts?
I said cricket. Yes, it was locusts, but still, if that's right, not almost biblical. There it is. Biblical.
It is.
Holly and Wayne have a disagreement, and she runs off. Holly's always running somewhere in the dark. She always running.
Did she have on shoes this time? I couldn't.
She did because they were out having a drink. I'm like,
oh my gosh, bless her heart.
Holly, if anybody need a ticket back home now,
it's Holly.
It's been Holly. And then Kine and Sarper are still arguing over the baby topic. So that was the episode. So I mean, it's not the plague exactly. So thank you all for watching. Do we all have any last comments, whether it be in the chat or here with me, Tamika? And sorry, you can continue on, Devontae. We appreciate you being here. Any last comments?
Yeah, we're at 19, so this should be wrapping up pretty soon.
It should be wrapping up. Now, is anyone watching? Excuse me, I'm sorry. The Family Chantel? Anybody watching that before I continue on my next video or no?
I don't watch it.
You don't watch it? How about in the chat? Does anybody watch the Family Chantel? Because if not, then I won't make a video and we will just continue on Married at First Sight because it's saving me time. Chat, yes or no? Family Chantel? No? Anybody? Nobody's answering. So you're watching. I know you're watching, Sharon. No. SG says yes. You said no, Tamika. 2 yes. I don't know. I watched it once. Fell Foster Dog Mom. All right. So maybe I won't do yes, Cynthia. All right. Maybe I'll do one more video that'll come out tomorrow. We'll see. I'll look at my numbers. If not, next week, we're going to be live for Married at First Sight because they should be into the honeymoon. So they're just getting started this coming Thursday. So next week we'll do live for that. So it already looks like that Lauren and Orion.
Next Thursday is Thanksgiving.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, it's fast. That's right. Okay. Well, then the 30th then. So we'll have a break for Thanksgiving. So will Married at First Sight be on then?
Well, it might be on that Wednesday. I'm not sure. You know what? I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I have to look and see.
Okay. Well, then we will just be live on Tuesday for the 90-day franchise, and we'll forego the rest of the days for the holiday, and then we'll come back strong the following week for everything else. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate everybody for joining. Thank you, Tamika. Thank you, Devontae.
You're welcome.
Chat, and Gerthine for becoming a new member. I appreciate everybody. So good night, everyone. Take care.
Good night.
See you next time. Good night.